Hello friends, welcome back to Karnik's Corner. I had been away for a very long time, but I'm back with some exciting stuff and some new stuff as well. Today we are going to talk about a new computer that I have built for running the Linux operating system. And this short video is more to tell you about that Linux computer that I have built and I am currently running Linux on. So let's talk about Karnik's Linux computer. I've used some best practices which I follow with basically both my computers which I am using. So I thought it would be a good time to share those best practices with you. The first best practice that I am using over here is that the operating system and the applications that we'll be using will be installed on the SSD drive so that we get good performance. The second one, what we are going to do is all our data like documents, pictures, videos, and even the virtual machines that we'll be creating on this Linux computer are stored on the hard disk drive. The other thing that we are going to do is we're going to have a second hard disk drive in the computer which will be keeping a copy of the data from the first hard drive. This is more of a precautionary measure, sort of a backup. This is not exactly a backup, but more like a backup, a precaution. And lastly, what we are going to do is we are going to use the ext4 file system which is a tried and tested file system in the Linux world. So this is the file system that we will be using both in our SSD as well as our hard disk drives. So let's talk about the configuration of my computer. It's a very old processor. It's an Intel Core 2 Quad Q9500, which is a 4-core 4-thread processor running at 2.83 gigahertz. Yes, it's more than 10 years old, but it just goes to show that it works for me and it is able to run even the latest Linux operating systems that are being launched now. It's got 8 GB of RAM, so these are basically 4 GB DDR3 RAMs. I've got 2 of those, so that makes it 8. That's how the RAM module looks like. The motherboard I'm using is a Zebronic G41 chipset. Again, this is a very old chipset, but this is available locally and I was able to use it, and not spending a lot of money and still having a reasonably powerful computer to work with a Linux operating system, and also to do a little bit of experimenting and run it sort of a lab. The SSD that I'm using is a fairly modern one. It's a Crucial MX500 240 GB SSD. This particular family and model of SSD has got good performance reviews, and I chose to use this one for loading the operating system and the application software. The first hard drive is a Western Digital Blue Series 1 terabyte drive that I'm using, which is partitioned into two areas, each of 500 GB. So this holds my data and this also holds my virtual machine files. There is a second Western Digital Blue 500 GB drive which is going to keep a copy of all our data from one of the 500 GB partitions. So in my case, these are all the documents, the pictures, the videos that I have, and I keep a second copy of all those files on this second hard drive. Then we come to the OS. I'm running the Kubuntu 20.04 version of OS. Now this is basically Ubuntu running KDE Plasma Desktop, which is my favorite desktop environment. As you know, Ubuntu is based on Debian. So what we are using over here is a very stable and well-known operating system. If you would like to be asking me or wondering about why Kubuntu or why Ubuntu, well, simply because it works like charm. It does not take a lot of effort to make it work. In fact, it's almost plug and play. I never had any problems with any of my hardware detection or any of my devices or peripherals on my motherboard working with it. It all works like charm. So Kubuntu it is. Then the next one is what we are using is the hypervisor, which is KVM, a kernel virtual machine. Now this is an open source hypervisor. Yes, in my earlier video I had used VirtualBox, which is also a free hypervisor, but I found that KVM is even more easier to use and gives much better and faster performance under Linux. So that is the hypervisor that I'm using, KVM. Okay. Now, as you can see in the next slide, this machine is already up and running. So I've got a screenshot over here where we have Kubuntu 20.04 running KVM, and this is the screenshot of the desktop. So you can see the window where there is KAOS running under KVM. Now KAOS is a new operating system, which is a very lean and mean operating system, which is built using the Qt toolkit, and it uses only one desktop environment, which is the KDE Plasma. So this is just to show you that it works so very well. I've got widgets on my Kubuntu operating system which show me the CPU load, the memory load, the hard disk IO monitoring, and the network monitoring. This is what you see on the right side of the screen. So this is my new Linux computer, my old Linux computer, which is running very well. In spite of being more than 10 years old, it is running very well modern operating systems today. Yes, sure, there is an upgrade plan, but till such time, you know, everyone going through the crisis and everyone stuck at home working from home, so an upgrade is still some distance away. But in the meantime, my machine is working well, and it's doing the job that I'm expecting it to do. That's it for now. This is a very quick introduction to my Linux computer. Do let me know what you think about it. Yeah, sure, it is old, so fine. I mean, do let me know if it's too old. I'm okay with that, but let me have your comments, let me have your suggestions on what you want to see next, and what I should be doing next for you. I've got some plans still in the works, definitely centered around virtualization, around Linux, maybe a little bit far away, containers and stuff like that, but it's all in the planning phase. But do let me know what you think about this particular video, and what you want me to do next. Thank you, and stay safe.